Football and wrestling are two things many people see as being worlds apart, but as we are going to discover in today's video, there are many WWE superstars, both past and present, who enjoy the beautiful game. Daniel Bryan, Everton. Daniel Bryan has always publicly expressed his love for Everton Football Club. During a Q&A with WWE's UK Twitter account, Bryan was asked which football team he supported, to which he replied, "I support Everton. I've known WWE's Robbie Brookside for a long time, and so I ended up supporting his team," to which Everton FC responded on Twitter, "Yes," proving they know who Daniel Bryan is and actually have a acknowledgement for Daniel supporting them, which is awesome when football and wrestling have that connection. So Daniel Bryan is a toffee. Killian Dain, Manchester United. Killian Dain is a lifelong Manchester United fan. He has always publicly spoken about the club on many different videos, articles, podcasts, showing a real passion and knowledge for not just the club but also for football as a whole. He even had a podcast which he co-hosted with Brian Elliott, which was basically a Manchester United themed podcast where fans would voice their opinion, and it just shows that how much passion he has for the club that he went out of his way to co-host a podcast. And like I said, you can tell he's one of them people who understands his football, and he's known football from very young, which is a big plus, especially when you're a fan, because it shows that you're a proper fan. And Killian Dain is a lifelong Manchester United fan. Seth Rollins, West Ham United. Seth Rollins himself discovered his love for West Ham by playing FIFA. Now, I believe it was FIFA 18. Rollins said he sucked at FIFA and just kept losing. He tried out many teams as he wasn't the biggest soccer guy, so he was just trial and error in it. Like, he was trying to find a team that he could win games with and play well with. He ended up playing with West Ham, and in his own words, "I just started winning, and once you start winning, you can't stop. I wasn't going to stop either. West Ham then became my team." When West Ham found out Rollins was a fan of the club, they sent him a kit with his name on the back, showing their love and appreciation for the WWE Superstar, which is always great from football clubs. It's always good when a football club acknowledges the superstar, because it shows that they have respect for what they do and respect for them and respect for the WWE as a whole, and it keeps that WWE and football relationship thriving, and all credit to West Ham for that. They acknowledge Rollins as a fan, and Rollins is a hammer. Jeff Hardy and Fandango, Everton. Now, Everton are a fantastic club with a great history. Like, everyone who knows their football will know what a great club Everton are and have been over the years. They've produced some absolutely fantastic players. One of the greatest English players I've ever seen play, Wayne Rooney, came from Everton. They've produced so many great players. And Jeff Hardy and Fandango join Daniel Bryan on the list of WWE superstars who support Everton. Now, Jeff Hardy has publicly showed his admiration for the club, and in particular Colombian midfielder James Rodriguez, calling the former Real Madrid man the signing of the summer, showing that he knows his football because James is a fantastic player. Now, Fandango's relationship with Everton is a little bit different. There's a little bit more of a backstory to it. Fandango started off having a really rocky relationship with Everton. Now, this is because the fans of Everton wanted Fandango's entrance music played at Goodison Park on a match day. Now, this was when Fandango's entrance music was popping. It was very high up in the charts on iTunes, and it was after WrestleMania 29. Everton initially refused to play the entrance music, to which Fandango responded. This then led to a bit of back and forth on social media between himself and the club. Everton eventually played the song, which led to Fandango visiting Goodison Park and becoming a toffee. They gifted him a shirt, and he was around the training ground and just got a general feel for the club, and it seemed like that relationship was bridged. And in Fandango's words, Everton and Fandango are now tight. Stone Cold Bolton Wanderers. Now, with complete respect to Bolton, they're a great club with a great history who were constantly in the Premier League when I was growing up as a kid. But Bolton and Stone Cold Steve Austin is not two things that I thought I'd be saying together. Now, this all came about after the Texas Rattlesnake made an appearance on Soccer AM back in 2009. Now, he didn't have a club, so what Soccer AM used to do is get you to pick a club out of a hat at random, and he picked out Bolton Wanderers. And who knows, maybe one day we will see Stone Cold at the Bolton Stadium, beer in hand, chanting away. It would just be fantastic. Imagine the scenes. Sheamus, Liverpool. Now, one of the most passionate football fans from the WWE is the Celtic Warrior Sheamus. Sheamus regularly declares his passion for the red side of Merseyside, going on Liverpool fan channels, giving his opinion on the club. Sheamus even said he'd bring back his bowl haircut from 1990 as he had to endure 30 years of pain and anguish waiting for Liverpool to finally win the league. Braun Strowman, Leicester City. Now, it seems like the monster among men not only supports the Foxes, but also wants to become their new centre-half. After Wesley Fofana picked up his injury earlier on in the season, Braun suggested that they needed a monster at centre-back and that he will be cheering for the Foxes either way. Obviously, Wesley Fofana had an absolutely great season for Leicester. He's been smashing it at the back, and he picked up an injury earlier on in the season. Braun said he'd happily fill in. Imagine Braun with them tackles. He can't do them shoulder tackles like the Strowman Express can't run in football, because if he starts doing the Strowman Express in football, he'll be quickly red carded. I'm sure we all know that. But Braun Strowman, Leicester City fan, who would have thought it? Triple H, West Ham. Now, this is quite a well-known one. A lot of people know that the game is a West Ham fan. Now, back in 2015, he said West Ham is probably the closest to what we do as WWE, with the passion of their fan base and the loyalty, right? Now, this is like, he's obviously saying that the football fans, the West Ham fans in general, have a similar passion to what WWE fans do. And I'm presuming he means the players have the same type of passion that the WWE Superstars do. Now, Triple H does pop up every now and again with his advice for West Ham, with his opinion on the club. Now, most notably talking about Declan Rice, he wants the club to keep midfielder Declan Rice, which showcases that the game knows what he's talking about, because Declan Rice is a world-class midfielder that many clubs are after. And what better way, like the superstar who's known for carrying the sledgehammer is actually a true hammer. Rey Mysterio, Real Madrid. During WWE's live event in Madrid, Rey met with a star-studded list of Cristiano Ronaldo, Raul, Xabi Alonso and Kaká, as well as the other teammates. Mysterio invited them to the WWE live event, which was being held in Madrid. Legend in the game, Raul, had this message for Rey. He said, "Rey, it was a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for the invite to see you in Madrid. My kids love your show." Now imagine, that's like two legends meeting up. A legend of the WWE ring meeting up with a load of the legends of football. Like, they're some of the best players we've ever seen play the game, and they're linking up with one of the best we've ever seen in the ring in Rey Mysterio. So it's a great moment, and Rey Mysterio is a Real Madrid fan. Matt Riddle, Arsenal. Now, the original bro is the only gunner on this list, which is surprising given how big Arsenal are as a club. Riddle showcased his knowledge by the tweet that he put out, throwing in this Thomas Partey joke. He tweeted, "Got a new set of bros at Arsenal. You guys know how to party," obviously referring to Arsenal midfielder Thomas Partey. Now, the original bro doesn't seem as passionate as some of the others on this list about his club, but obviously showcasing a little bit of knowledge by saying he knows who Thomas Partey is, and he's clearly done his research on that one, so shout out to the original bro for that. Shawn Michaels, Blackburn Rovers. Again, like the Stone Cold one, I can't get my head around HBK supporting Blackburn Rovers. Like, another great club, all respect to them, because I grew up watching Blackburn, like Bolton, in the Premier League, and they've always been a great club with a fantastic history. Now, this started back in 1995, where HBK was taking a trip to Ewood Park. He took a trip to Ewood Park. Now, interviewed by Sky Sports, Michael said, "I'm here to support the Blackburn Rovers, as a matter of fact." Sean also then goes on to say that he has a distant relative that is from Blackburn. Like, what are the chances of that? Shawn Michaels, HBK, Mr. WrestleMania, having a relative from Blackburn in the UK. Like, the chances of that, and the fact that he's a Blackburn fan is just, I think that's quality. Michaels also expressed his admiration for England striker Alan Shearer, which again showcases that Sean knows what he's talking about, because Alan Shearer is one of the best, if not the best, English striker of all time. Drew McIntyre, Rangers. Now, another WWE superstar who matches the passion of Sheamus for their football club is the Scottish Warrior Drew McIntyre. He is regularly seen online on Sky Sports, giving interviews on his club, being very passionate. He even gave Rangers this custom WWE Championship belt to congratulate them for winning the Scottish Premiership. As you can see, the belt looks absolutely awesome, and it just shows the love that Drew has for the club. Now, Drew definitely has a passion for the club and a knowledge for the club. You can tell he's a lifelong fan. You can tell this by him saying that his boyhood hero is Ali McCoist. Also going on to say he was always scared of Graham Souness. A lot of people are going to laugh at that because everyone knows Graham Souness as the pundit. But as a player, he must have been quite scary on the pitch if the Scottish Warrior is saying that he was scared of him. Finn Balor, Tottenham Hotspur. Now, Balor is very publicly a proud Spurs fan, having numerous interviews talking about the club, even one with fullback Kyle Walker back in 2015. Finn has a great relationship with the London club. He's always pictured in a Spurs shirt. He's always pictured at the ground, like always around Spurs, and they always show their respect back to Finn. He said his love for the club started from his older brother, who turned him into a lifelong Spurs fan. Balor has been quoted saying, "I've already lived my dream and I've already wrestled for the WWE, but I've never had a game for Spurs. I definitely love to have one game for Spurs." Now, could you imagine Finn running down the wing, putting one in the top corner? You could imagine him as a winger with his pace and his speed. And yeah, never give up on your dreams, Finn. Like, you're the prime example of that. Dolph Ziggler, Aston Villa. Now, Dolph Ziggler joins a star-studded list of Aston Villa fans, including Ozzy Osbourne, Tom Hanks, even Prince William. Now, Dolph Ziggler tweeted out, "Obviously Aston Villa are my favourite team. Purely based on Jack Grealish's brilliant hair, I think we both deserve the title," showcasing the love for the hair. Obviously, they both have that long hair and both take great pride in their hair. And Dolph Ziggler is now an Aston Villa fan because of Jack Grealish's hair. Who would have thought it? So there we have it, guys. A list of WWE superstars who love the beautiful game, who have a passion for their football club, bridging that gap between wrestling and football, which is absolutely fantastic because there's so many people who have a passion for both sports. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, let me know who your favourite football team is. I've been Jordan95 Wrestling, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.